As you know, there are currently these writer strikes going on, and the Deadline and the Gay Times UK put out these two articles talking about how when there's not soon an agreement with the writers reached, LGBT representation in TV shows and movies is at risk. And even Fran Drescher agrees. However, I wanted to use the opportunity to talk about the fact that LGBT representation in entertainment does actually more harm than good. For instance, in 2016 there was the season 6 of The Walking Dead. At the end of that season, a lesbian character died, and apparently 30 days before that, in three different other shows, three other gay characters died, and as a result, all these articles popped up talking about the pop culture trope, burying your gays, which means in these articles LGBT activists complained that in the span of February to March 2016, too many fictional gay characters died. But I thought you wanted equality. I mean, I personally always found it strange how there are so many gay characters in The Walking Dead. I mean, the gay people I know in real life would have died in season one, but maybe the story writers were inspired by all the closeted actors in the industry, so there's that. But in the end, as you know, in The Walking Dead, all kinds of people die all the time, and at one point it hits gay people too. That's just equal treatment. But as you also know, the LGBT community wants special treatment. And I found that out when I saw on Tumblr there were people who actually, they planned a peaceful protest in Burbank, California. They wanted to stand on a place like a plaza and hold up signs, "Don't kill gay people, we need no representation." Isn't it crazy? Because my point is these activists in general, they always say we need not more minority representation so that minorities in front of the TV will be inspired to become also stronger in real life or become leaders or something. But that example that I just mentioned proved quite the opposite. The more LGBT representation have, the crazier gay people become. Especially because back in the day, until 2017, it was still legal to be fired just for being gay. But what are gay people doing? They're planning a protest for fictional characters that don't even exist. And my conclusion from all of this is that I think LGBT representation in entertainment only exists so that gay people can point at a TV screen and say, look at these strong and independent and resilient, tough characters. We are all like that too. But in the end, all you do is sitting on your couch complaining and moaning that there are still not enough LGBT people on TV, evidenced by GLAAD, who still says, we have now this percentage of LGBT representation, but it's still not enough. And, but in the end, don't you think it would be better if you would represent yourself like I do it? Because the general public isn't stupid. They maybe see an heroic gay character in a TV show, and maybe for a moment they think, oh, yeah, that happens too. But then they turn off the TV and see the craziness of the LGBT community in real life, like how you invent 76 genders, or are there more by now? I don't know. Or that the gender is a social construct. You can have all the gay representation in the world in TV shows and movies, but as long as you continue being crazy, there's nothing you can do about that. Unless you change yourself.